Hello there, welcome to your gardening week. I don't know about you, but I've been itching to get out into my garden for weeks now to get on with the weeding. There's so much celandine and bittercress coming up. That seems to be growing in spite of the cold weather that we've had. But even the main plants in my garden are beginning to sprout into growth. So it's really crucial that in between the showers you get out there and get on with this weeding and any pruning that you can do to make sure that the garden's in a good state when spring finally does burst forth. So what's coming up in the week ahead? Well, I'm going to be getting on with this weeding, as I say. Now the celandines have really taken over. They're lovely, pretty flowers that are very attractive to bees and wildlife, so I leave little patches of them around the garden here and there. But they've a real habit of self-seeding absolutely everywhere. So I get in now and again and pull some of them out. Now they're quite easy to dig out using a trowel. Turn the trowel up the other way from what you would normally use it, and then lever the little bulbils out of the ground with the top growth attached. You'll find that they come out reasonably easily, and as I say, leave a few patches here and there so that they benefit wildlife, because they're really good for early pollinators. Another job that I'm going to be getting on with at the far end of my garden, up under the trees, is to cut back all the wild hardy ferns that I've got growing up there. They've been really good over the winter at giving some evergreen foliage in the bleak midwinter, if you like, but now it's time to cut them right back down to ground so that the new fronds can unfurl at the centre and give a really beautiful, delicate foliage through the summer. And the other job that's on my list is to lift and divide some of my herbaceous perennials. Things like this Astrantia Roma. Now this plant was given to me by a friend, one division from their original clump, and I planted that about 7 or 8 years ago, and it's steadily increased into a really nice clump that I can get some good divisions and spread it around the garden. So the first thing to do is to dig all the way around the plant with a spade and then lever it out of the ground. Put it onto a piece of polythene or some old sacking to catch the dirt, and then aim fairly carefully and chop at it with a straight edge spade. You'll be able to cut it into individual sections, and I've made about 4 pieces, one of which I'm going to replant back in this original hole, and then the others I'm going to spread around the garden. So there's my roundup of what I'm going to be getting on with in my garden this week. If you need any more ideas of what to be doing in yours, then check out my gardening website, davidhurrian.com. And don't forget, while you're here, subscribe to this YouTube channel. So, I'll see you next week.